This is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. We're here on Xbox Series S. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is the long-awaited return of, well, Crash Bandicoot, the titular character, who has returned after many years of, well, not platforming and getting a little lazy out there. It's time for him to get back into the swing of things alongside a bunch of unique companions and to enjoy the scope and the magic of platforming once again. So this is actually a really great continuation for the series, and one that is quite a lot of fun to play. Although I will say the last level area gets a little ridiculous because you're literally platforming in midair, which kind of drove me wild, needless to say. Anyways, what are we getting here? 1440p dynamic at 60 FPS. And yeah, it's just got a bunch of really fun modernized platforming levels that you can enjoy. And then when you finish them, you can go back and you can play them in the inverted way. What? I know, crazy, right? So yeah, that mixes things up a little bit and gives you like a brand new, I guess you would say, perspective and way to kind of enjoy the magic of Crash Bandicoot. So it's a 3D platformer. You're jumping, diving, swinging, moving into things, breaking boxes, and doing everything Crash Bandicoot would do alongside some new adjustments and changes that have been brought on for the current generation of, well, gaming and everything like that, because, well, Crash has been around the block. Things have changed over the years as well. There are secrets, there are enemies to bash. It's actually, like, pretty easy going in terms of, like, you know, difficulty and stuff like that. It really isn't actually too bad, especially in comparison to, like, the older Crash Bandicoot games, but there, like I said, there's an edge of, well, difficulty to it that can be a little crazy to deal with, needless to say. And yeah, let's dive in fully and talk about this experience. So there's actually like a pile of unique levels and ways to enjoy the magic that is Crash Bandicoot. It's a new adventure, and it's a time-shattered adventure with, well, Crash and some buddies and stuff like that, and they do a pretty good job in regards to, you know, having this main character, Crash Bandicoot, and also kind of like mixing it up a bit too. Like, they've really got some unique levels and some nice twists and everything like that. It's a really well put together package. It's about whomping time, you know what I'm talking about. So Neocortex and Entropy are back at it again, and they're attacking this universe and the multiverse, so you've got to deal with masks, new abilities, new characters. I got an achievement? Oh, I never did a triple spin before? I literally, like... Huh. Okay, cool. I love playing a game I haven't played in a long time and randomly getting an achievement. Kind of shocked at something as trivial as that. I assure you, I have actually finished this whole thing, considering I was, like, reviewing it and stuff. But, wow. I guess I never pulled off the fancy triple spin. I'm really proud of myself, you know what I mean? To actually be able to do that. It's a great work here. So, anyways, it's definitely been, like, a long time since Crash has been around. And I don't know if a lot of people know about Crash Bandicoot, but Crash Bandicoot's a pretty iconic, you know, 3D platformer character and hero. And it's just kind of cool to have a new adventure with this character. Like, I think a lot of people have been waiting kind of a long time for Crash Bandicoot to return. So it was kind of exciting to see this actually happen when it did. And now I'm kind of sitting here waiting again for a new Crash Bandicoot adventure. I missed 2 boxes? Really? I thought I did... What did I miss? I thought I did a really good job on boxes that time. Actually a little disappointed. Enjoy the box fallings? No, we don't do that anymore. Are they supposed to pop on his head? I'm actually pretty surprised that I didn't, what did I miss? I thought I had all the boxes. Okay, I really thought I genuinely did a good run there. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that didn't give me I didn't get all the boxes. Yeah, because anyways, I guess I messed up somewhere. Because, you know, it's like a collectathon, right? So there's like tons of extra goals, collectible type things to gather. There's a lot going on in this one. And there's like a full story thing too, you know, in regards to the characters interacting with each other, the places they go, the things they see. So it goes beyond just like, as I said, just being like Crash Bandicoot. There's like other stuff going on in this one. And then there's the time trials you can do as well, which will give you, you know, kind of alternate things to kind of work towards. And these are the suits. That's where I was saying it gets kind of a little ridiculous towards the ending level. And I don't want to just go over that all the time, but like, seriously, it was utterly ridiculous to do some of the last levels in this game because you are like literally using these like multiple versions of these masks and you are just literally going through midair. It was some of the most ridiculous 3D platforming I've ever done. I still think there's probably harder stuff from the original games and that, but you know, it is kind of a little ridiculous. And I think that part would be harder for the younger ones, but I mean, since when has, you know, the Crash Bandicoot series necessarily been, like, easy going for anyone, right? Like, they're actually usually a bit of a challenge, needless to say. So, that in itself is kind of fascinating. But yeah, if you've been waiting for Crash to return, this is, oh, come on. The return of Crash Bandicoot. I was really hoping that this would lead way for our plucky hero. Wow, I ran right into that. The Spyro to come back, but we haven't seen Spyro, so that's a little disheartening. But yeah, I'd say so far. Well, not so. Oh, come on. Well, years having passed, it's still a pretty great adventure. You know, it's still a pretty good fun time this game. And as I said, when you do the like inverted kind of like alternate insane realms, it's kind of cool in the sense that like it basically doubles your game. I do kind of wonder why they went so crazy though. I can't remember how you destroy the nitro. I don't think I have the extra life to do that. Why they went so brutally insane with some of the challenges in this one. Like it is just crazy how hard some of the stuff is in this one, just like to be excessively ridiculous. Which is kind of funny. But I mean, if you're into the challenge, okay, I ran right into that like an idiot. And then these checkpoints can be not too hardcore, but they can be a little brutal. Like it can get a little frustrating having to like do the same sort of checkpoint system over and over again. Especially if you keep kind of like accidentally messing up on things. But I mean, that's on you to kind of, you know, learn the platforming and be able to actually accomplish the thing. So that's the problem, is if you're trying to get all of the different crates and also do the level, right, it can be a little daunting because you're attempting to perfectly execute a level while also getting all of the things you need in order to like 100% it. And that's I guess that's also just the challenge of the game, right, is doing that. Oh yeah, I forgot, there is a bit of an adaptive difficulty too in this, isn't there? Yeah, if the game sees that you're failing miserably, it'll move your checkpoints up. I totally forgot. Yeah, that was the thing in this too. It's kind of funny. I didn't mean to destroy that. Yeah, so it'll actually give you a bit of a hand because it's like, wow, you're doing so bad. And then, yeah, they do the little checkpoint moving things. Although I think it doesn't really do that when you're doing some of those later levels, like the mask one, or it doesn't do it as effectively. I just can't get over the trauma of doing the last levels of this game. I was like, what are you doing, developers? This was like a pretty fun time that had like a good scaling of difficulty, and then that was just crazy. Those last levels are seriously just like, to me, they're still straight like nightmare fuel, thinking about how I was like floating in the air somehow completing the masks. I think it's really funny too. I did like a walkthrough video for this. Seriously, I did. Yeah, and like it was edited, so it's got like it's got no deaths, so it's just like a straight run. And the whole game technically is only like a few hours long. If you cut out all of the all of the deaths and all of the chaos, which is kind of funny. But no, you get a meaty amount of time with this game. Like it feels like a proper continuation platformer. I think the biggest issue is this one just not being quite successful enough to immediately get us a sequel is such a disappointment. Especially if you've been a Crash Bandicoot fan for a long time. You know, kind of hoping for a new entry in the series, and you finally get one, and it's not like a big success. And I'm sure you could look at like why that kind of factor thing. Like I think it did all right, but I think you can look at some of the factors and kind of get like why it wasn't crazy huge. Because I think they were come on, I think they were kind of expecting even more after the success of the Insane Trilogy remake, but I think that one kind of had a little bit more nostalgia going for it. And like I said, my biggest issue is not getting my new Spyro entry, which is disappointing, because I've been waiting for a new Spyro game forever. But hey, at least Crash got another moment to shine, which is nice. There's so few, like honestly, like 3D platformers, like those mascots, they barely get chances to get new releases. I guess actually if this would have been a larger hit, it actually probably would have been like a renaissance for the 3D platformer, if that makes sense. Like it probably would have brought back 3D platforming in general, maybe for other like characters they could have gotten another chance. Oh, you're a bad guy. Oh, the death animations are so funny in this. Totally forgot you're a bad guy. I gotta focus up. But no, it would have, I think potentially it could have been like a big resurrection of the 3D platformer market, but obviously it wasn't. But at the same time, just happy that this happened. I hope it leads way to eventually us getting another Spyro game. I know they're not quite the same, but since they're in the same like wheelhouse, when I think of Crash, I think of Spyro getting another shot. And yeah, I mean, who knows now, right? New ownership, probably the last ownership it'll ever have, and yeah, well, I mean, weird things have happened, so this should be interesting to see what Xbox, you know, does now that they own Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and stuff like that. It will be fascinating to see what happens. Wait, is that like a checkpoint thing, or is no? That's just more fruit. Always gotta grab the Wumpa fruit. See, this is actually kind of a neat evolution of platforming because it's not too bad. But as I said, when you you've gotta be kidding! I walked right into that. As I was saying, it does get a little ridiculous to the point where I was like, "Are you kidding me with some of this stuff?" But no, I think this is a really fun game. It's a good amount of challenge. I do ponder how stressful this would be for, you know, maybe the younger audience or something like that that tries to play this one. I can definitely being like it's cute and it's fun, and he's like a dopey little funny kind of like, you know, creature and everything like that. That's Crash Bandicoot. He's got a lot of heart too, and there's lots of skins you can get as well. But like, yeah, I could definitely see someone younger trying to get in and be like, oh, you know, I want to play this or something like that. And then be like, why is this so ridiculous? And not having a lot of fun. But I think, you know, if you can handle the challenge, you work through it, you have a pretty enjoyable experience. I mean, it's like the 3D platformers of old. It's pretty enjoyable. Again, it's a fun 3D platformer game. That's the biggest thing. I wish I could say that it's absolutely perfect, and you know, for the most part, it's actually, they nail almost every part of this, except for that crazy flying sequence. But there's a lot to like here. Neat characters, a neat thing. Like it definitely feels like they've, you know what I mean? It feels like a nice evolution upon the series. It does what 3D platforming should sort of look like in the modern era. I appreciate that. I really do. Because like I said, not enough 3D platformers exist anymore. It's a bit of a shame. How do I get over here? Do I have to like fall down and then... Actually, not too sure. Oh yeah, okay, we gotta do a slam down. Welcome to the slam down. Yeah, because this character's got like a bit of a grapple hook thing. So yeah, all the different characters, they have different like abilities of their different characters, so it mixes up with the platforming a bit. It would be really cool to see like a new 3D platformer kind of character emerge in the modern era. Like, you know, not like Crash or Spyro or anybody else, but like someone entirely new. And become like a big thing would be kind of cool just to see another gold rush of the 3D platformer. I don't know if 3D platformers will ever become a thing again, but it would be kind of neat to see a new era, like rush of them, and be like, oh, we need to get more of these out the door or something. It would be quite entertaining, at least for me. I think it would be really kind of fascinating to see happen at some point down the road. And even if they don't, that's okay too. The 3D platformer renaissance, that's what I'm talking about. I think that was actually probably supposed to be like ukulele and stuff, and I mean, they had some titles that did okay, but yeah, not big enough to become a huge long-term franchise, right? Which is such a shame. Ukulele is actually like a really cool series too, if you've never played that one. You've got to be kidding me. I was saying it's easier just to cut out all the deaths and stuff. Then it looks a lot more impressive if I'm not dying, but this is, I think, a lot more realistic of probably how your experience is going to be, especially if you haven't played this before, right? Because like I actually have finished all this and played through it and stuff, and it's still challenging. It's still a hardcore experience. Like, it's not easy going by any metric, right? Like, it actually, see, it's getting easier because I'm failing, so it gave me a mercy checkpoint, which I think is kind of comical. Wait, is there, how do we get the diamond? We want the diamond. See, there's all these extras for you to collect and gather too, which is kind of cool. And I like the different environmental themes as well. How did I never, that's hidden? I wonder if I collected it before, but I die and then, I don't know, that just seems weird that I don't have that one. Almost nigh embarrassing that I never grabbed that. Like, it was right there, it's like I must have just been literally not caring about its existence. So they just literally walk over that kind of thing. Okay, well, I'm glad I got that. Oh, a checkpoint again. How kind of you. Wah. The death animations are pretty funny in this. They are actually hilarious. I kind of wanted to collect, they got a box of a mask there. I think I'm supposed to hit that, or am I supposed to kill... Am I supposed to kill Mr. Pirate dude? Oh yeah, okay, that's definitely what I'm supposed to do. See, like when it's flowing and stuff like that, it really does feel good. And on the Series S, it does look really nice. I mean, it's not as like sharp of a resolution as I'm used to when playing this, but it is really clean, really nicely put together. It's a pretty proficient way to experience the magic of Crash Bandicoot 4, because really it was when this game released. About time. Right, like, I don't know, you miss characters when they're gone for like a decade or more. Or at least you should. I guess if you don't, then the character really didn't matter all that much anyways, I suppose, but I guess that's also your perspective on things. Oh look, there's a giant shark, set of sharks. Yeah, there's sharks everywhere. Oh, that shark got me. See, I was doing pretty good. Well, that shark got in the way. As I said, it's always dangerous out here on the Seven Seas. Yeah, I forgot how much of a challenge arc there actually is to this one in terms of completion. You can die from a shark at any moment, and you'll just be like, are you kidding? Oh, come on! Anyways, I hope this kind of showcased this game running on the platform. It's nice to have an excuse to take a look at it again and have some fun playing some Crash Bandicoot. And hopefully someday I'll be talking about, I guess you would call it Crash Bandicoot 5, they would call that one.